Okay. All right. We're on. Share, share, share. Welcome to Love and Wine. Share, share, share. Share with everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, me look natural, so like natural beauty. Hold on, man. We need to go something for play. Me look at me. Yeah, tell me. I'm good, right? Mm-hmm. Been a rough time, been a rough time. Gotta get here. Yeah, had tooth extraction yesterday and a lot of things, but it's Christmas. It's Christmas, it's Christmas. So we're getting it on. Yeah. So share the link now so that persons can know. Yeah, so persons can join us now and see what is going on. Yeah, like that. Yeah, today we're talking about the joys of love. Good things happening, good things happening. Yeah, the joys of love is what we're talking about today. And we are live here from our offices at Temple Park Gardens. Yes, talk a little bit about the love. All right, so I was sharing, I'm done sharing right now. So I'm looking to see honesty what I go on from what's going on in the Christmas here. Michael Jackson say, give love on Christmas Day. So we're trying to give it right here, right now. Yeah, we're trying to give it right here. Oh, I thought somebody's asking to share it with them again. Yes. All right. So the older folks need the thing right up front, you can't have to help us, we're older folks. But oh no, do it's good to see you. This is Christmas week. Can you believe it? We are almost at the end of the year. It's Christmas week already. And we are wanting to love and to continue to love. Yeah, and there is joy in loving. There's joy in loving, and that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, this afternoon, the joy of loving. There's a song that speaks to it, right? The joys of loving. It's an art of that. Oh yeah, there's joys in loving. Love is said to be a many splendid thing, and this time of the year, you want to be able to give love, and people want to receive love too, right? And so, how do you go about this, and why is it important? I mean, it was important in the first place for all of us. And you see, I wear my gym shirt, right? Yeah, right. You grow, you're married, so you know where to come for the relationship fix and relationship mending and all of those things, right? So, yeah. So it's important that we understand. Last week we talked about self-love and the importance of loving you as a person, right? And we wanted to continue to do that because remember that I said, if it is that, try to get fun here, if it is that we don't love self, we really won't be able to love other persons qualitatively. So you love self first. But enough of that. Not that you can ever get enough of loving each other. But I want you to understand that there's joy in loving, joy in giving love, joy in sharing yourself and sharing what you have with other persons. So I'm not only talking about the romantic love now, right? I'm going to be talking about the romantic love too, right? But there are different kinds of love. There are definitions for love, and there are different kinds of love. And so, let me talk about that first, right? The different kinds of love. As a relationship specialist, right? We talk about love as an embodiment and the different kinds of love. So there is the agape unconditional love, that is the love of Christ to us. And of course, as a matter of fact, they say that there are 7 kinds of Greek of love, based on the Greek and where it comes from. So there's the agape, unconditional love, right? It's selfless, it's universal, right? And then there is what is called the ludus. It is playful, it's flirtatious kind of love. Then you have the pragma, which is committed, long-lasting love. Then what we talked about last week would have been the philatia love, right? Where you're loving self. Then you have the philia, which is affectionate or friendly or platonic love. And then you have the eros, which is romantic, passionate love. And of course, you have the storge, which they say it speaks to affectionate love. So those two, the eros and the philia and the storge, must be embodied in romantic relationship. The others can be embodied all around. Those are universal. And of course, the philatia love that speaks to you, right? And so I wanted to be able to give love this Christmas to whoever you meet and greet, and different people, right? That you give love to each other, right? During this Christmas time. But let's start with your loved one. The joys of your spouse, loving your spouse, the joy of giving love to your spouse, the joy of receiving love for your spouse. Certainly, you are happier when you receive love. In Ephesians 5:21 to 33, married people on the platform, let me see if you're on, or who is on. I want to see who is on. Let me open it. Let me go into this chat and see who on the platform, anybody here, so that we can talk. All right, I'm not seeing, is it that I'm not seeing who is on? I'm trying to see who is on the platform. Yes, I want to talk to you. So we're talking about loving your partner. Elaine, oh yes, I see you. All right, Elaine is on. Okay, hi Elaine. Kenisha, you're on too. Wonderful. So we're talking about loving your spouse and the joys of that in this season of giving and receiving. But remember now, and share, look here, it's 3 wives this now, 3 wives, right, that are on. We're not talking about reciprocal love, because you're going to give so that. And Debbie, all right, Debbie, you're single. So that you can receive. So you're not giving so that you can receive, right? You are giving because you're supposed to give. But yes, when you give, it is supposed to be reciprocated, right? Because it's not unrequited love where you give it and you're not getting it back from anybody, right? But I don't want you to give it with the intention that it must give me back or she must give me back. I want to say one man, the man of the year, because the man knows some love to them, right? But there is joy. Ephesians talks about it. Loving your spouse, caring for your spouse. So husbands, let me start with you because you are the lead, right? You are supposed to be loving your wife in a protective way. How are you protecting your spouse this Christmas? Right? You're supposed to protecting her, giving her that kind of security in knowing that you have her back and that you are there, and that you're covering her. And that you're not leaving her alone. You're not neglecting her. You're not just going out with the guys. And, Tony in the building. Sir Anthony is in the building. Right. So you want your wives to know that you're with them. You're going to be with them. So you're going to be embodying and manifesting the protective love to your spouse this Christmas. Because that was a command, You see, we wives, we're afraid of cotton lizard, ground lizard, everything. Right? Mongoose, spider, roach, everything. Right? And so we want protection from these things too. It's not just from other people and duppy. We want protection in every which way. So you're supposed to give us protective love during this season. Then another love that you will give us is your priestly love to lead us. Yeah, we want you to not just hold our hand, but to go before us. You know, and another thing that I want husbands to learn, your wives must never walk behind you. They must either be beside you, and if you're walking on a road, they must be on the inside, so on the left of you. A lot of men don't know these things, right? Your wives must walk on the left of you, right? Because your right hand must be free for punch a person. You understand? So your wives must walk on the left of you. So you're walking, she must always be on the inside of you. So you're protecting her, right? Or she's before you so that you can see if there's any imminent danger around, right? So these are important things that must be noted, because it's chivalry does seem like a lost art these days. Man no pull out chair no more, man no open doors no more. But I can say of my son-in-law in the building, and Sir Anthony, a gentleman, right? So big up yourself, sir. Right. So yes. So you give love, you give protective love, you give priestly love by leading us. Leading us is not walking in front of us. Leading us is giving us direction, right? Helping us to see where to go, how you are going about the things that you are doing, life, goals, and things. And so you are making that clear and plain, like Habakkuk says in Habakkuk 2:2. You write the vision, you make it plain so that those who run are reading it. So you are leading us during this Yuletide season, helping us to know where to go, how to go about what we do, because that's priestly love, right? You're giving us protective love, priestly love. You're also giving us provisional love, right? It is not how much you can give us, it is what you can give us. We are thankful for what you're able to give us, whatever it is that you provide, whatever it is that you can extend yourself to give. We are receiving that, right? So that's love. You're giving us that provisional love. You're giving us of yourself as well. You're giving us your moral support as well. Us wives are busy like bees in this Christmas season. We're changing curtain. We're cleaning out all of the whole year like we never cleaned before. And we're doing all of that. And we're putting everything together because we want the home to look festive. So we're doing that. Give us your moral support by not messing up what we clean. That's one thing. Putting back stuff in place. That's another thing. Joys of love we're talking about, right? So that there is your provisional, providing us with the support, the moral support, the loving support that we need during this Yuletide season and beyond. Of course, going to matriculate into 2023, right? So you're giving us that kind of love. You're giving us unbreakable love too. That speaks to fidelity, of course. So unbreakable love. We are the exclusive focus of your visual attention. You ought to be looking at us all the time, right? We must never take a time. Yeah, take off the shoes at the door. Yes, sure. Oh my God. Sir Glenn, are you on? Take off your shoes at the door. Don't wear them in the house. Oh my God. Yeah. That too, right? Because some person, I need to tell Elder that, well, I don't, let me not say that. Elder takes off his shoes on the veranda. He does, right? So Elder is leading like a priest around here. So he's doing that, right? His shoes is taken off, and of course, the house shoes is at the front. Deaconess and Seeker would say, yes, there's the house slippers and the outer door slippers and the outer road slippers, right? So it's three of them. Right? I don't know if all of us can go to that extent, but Deaconess and Seeker have that. Right? So yes, there is that. So you're giving us, remember, counting it out now, you're giving us protective love, you're giving us priestly love, you're giving us provisional love, and then you're giving us the unbreakable love, right? Which is your faithful fidelity. Pay attention to the things that we want to be done around the house. If we want to put up something on the wall, we wanted to put it up, we don't want to keep it until next year because we buy it to put up this year. You understand? So we wanted to help us with that as well, right? Be faithful to us in all things, right? So you can do that. And then we want to be the lover, man, the lover. Who's saying Mr. Bombastic, yeah? right? We want that, right? We want you to be the lover. Christ was the epitome of what the lover is supposed to be. We want you to give us that love that makes us feel cherished and cared for during this season, that we're not lacking where that is concerned. Don't it? We need more men on the line. Don't they need to hear these things? You better call them and tell them, Sir Anthony, call to your friend. We're about to finish short anyway. But call to your friend and tell them, yeah, come on the line. Yeah, wives, tell your husbands to come on the line. Right? Two more men who have to hear. Don't, Mr. Lover. Yeah, Mr. Bombastic. Girl, fantastic. Yeah? Touch me on my back, me say, Mr. Romantic. Yeah. So I want you to be a good lover of us. Right? And that is not just in the bedroom, please. I know that matter about. Because I'm not even reach this sub. I'm not talking about erotics. I'm talking about just be self-giving, right? Just looking out for our welfare, our well-being, our needs, and our wants. Just asking how we're doing, how we're coping with all the plans we have for Christmas. Those are the things. Oh, Floyd is here. Hi, Sir Floyd, how you doing? Yeah. So we want to be lovers of us and lovers of the children if the children are there, right? Putting our concerns ahead of yours, being sacrificial. You understand? Yeah, not just when it suits you, but right about now, Elder did say, yeah, man, so if the man them come in and so you put me first, and that's what we mean. We mean to say you put yourself first, right? So love us, right? Show us love. It's not about how much money you have to lavish on us. We know sometimes you not have it because things hard and time hard, right? But if you will give us of yourself, we'll be fine. You understand? Yeah, we will be fine. Yes, and we're asking you to like and subscribe and share the notifications and all of that while you listen, and let everybody know that on Wednesdays, Love Online with Bishop Dr. Carla Dunbar, your love specialist, is here. Great. So that gentleman, that's you. And then now, for the ladies, yes. How do you love your husbands? How do you love your husband? The joy of love. How do you love your husbands? Well, I could go Bible on you and say that you need to be an intercessor and pray for them, because they're not member for pray for themselves. They're praying for everybody else if they are persons who pray. So that's one thing. You are to love them by being the kind of counselor and consultant. So when they ask you things, no say you should have know that. And if me have to tell you where it makes sense, that no make no sense. Right? So, yes, you have to just answer the question if they ask you something, because we are able, right, to help you. They are there for you, but we are created to help them. You understand? And so I want you to be able to give the kind of love that your husband needs by being the counselor consultant. Give them moral support, even when the things that they are doing don't make no sense to you. It not have to make sense to you. It makes sense to them. Give them your moral support. That's the joy of love. Loving your husband through these times, right? And when you respect them, they feel loved, right? So you do that. When they feel respected, like you give them the moral support, like them I do a local project. The phone no matter the husband and no about project, phone project is on the computer. Right? If you have a husband, thank you so much, Corinne. Right. I love you too. So yeah. So these modern day millennial husband, them don't know about project. Them hardly can use a drill, and them now go to go plant nothing. So their projects are probably on the computer because they're tech savvy and all of that. Or Glenn's project is under the car, and Lady Elaine's project probably is in the kitchen somewhere, So, but give them moral support on the projects that they are doing. And answer their questions if they ask, and don't expect them to know. Ladies, remember how the man brain stay like your own. You understand? Yeah. Remember, I told that Deborah's courtyard that women are created out of necessity, men are created out of want, extra special and very necessary, right? So just remember that, and you give them the love that you're supposed to give them, and then be a lover, a wife. You understand? Remember, it's you sing this song, let me love you with my heels on, yeah, do some of that for them for the Christmas. Put your heels on, put a nice lingerie on, and do something for them for the Christmas, lingerie. and do something for them for the Christmas. And then outside of that, then you're going to give love by sharing it with other people, people who need it, people who are less fortunate. Share what you have, because there you bring joy and a smile to somebody's face, and you warm their hearts when you do that during the season and beyond. When you go to the Salvation Army, you're going to see them at the supermarket entrance. And a give and take. Just know you're going to see them. Just provide something for put yourself so that it can extend to somebody else, so that they can help the people that they help. Extra, extra special. Yes, Lady Elaine. Right? So do that too, so that you're able to pass on the love to somebody else. So wives and husbands, yeah, cuddle time, me time, us time, right? Storge and filio, right? And eros, disseminate that. That is the erotic, romantic, passionate kind of love. Do all of that. Do the unconditional. Do the filio while you're doing the fellatio, right? Which is loving yourself, right? And so that everybody all around can feel a little bit of your love this Christmas. If you share love, you will bring joy to somebody's heart and somebody's home this Christmas. Until we meet next time, and I see how everything is coming up on the screen, how you can book an appointment, how you can contact us here at CDMI, Carla Dunbar Ministries International, how you can attend the gym, right, which comes up in January on the 27th, how you can attend Deborah's Courtyard, which comes up on the 7th of January 2023, and the different things, and how you can purchase a ticket to come to Night Under the Stars on January 1. It's going to be lit, right? So just call us here at the office and book your space, please, for the Night Under the Star that comes up on the 1st of January. Until next time, have a Merry Christmas, prosperous, productive, and successful 2023 when it comes. But I'll see you again next week, Wednesday. But until next time, it's over and out. All of the love to you and yours for this season. God bless you.